Hey there, fellow gamers and content creators. Are you tired of spending hours perfecting your thumbnails and creative content for Valheim? Well, you're in the right place. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to build a green screen right here in Valheim without any mods, just using the vanilla version of the game. By using this pretty simple design, you will be able to create perfect cutouts and animations for whatever project you're working on. So without further ado, let us get started. Alright, so we're going to start with building a frame on the floor, which is going to be 7 by 5 meters. Just take notice of how I place my beams, how I place the 2 meter and the 1 meter beams, so you know where to place them, so you also have the same connection points for later on. And that is the foundation. And then we're going to be starting to snap some beams on top of that. We can use the short beams, that's going to be 1 meter beams. We snap them on here and here and here. And then we snap a floor here against this wooden beam, and we're going to snap a door on top of that, and we're going to make sure that the door is completely on the floor, so we are creating that halfway snap point, which we now can snap a iron beam against it, and that is going to be perfectly in the center of this frame then for later on, because we will need a little pedestal to stand on. With that all built, we're going to snap a few more long beams on top. So 2 meter of beams on top of each of these. And then we're going to take our straight beams and we're going to fill up the corner again. So we're going to just continue making this frame and finishing it off as we have the bottom. Alright, now the next thing we do is going to make a platform here, which is going to be the platform we can then walk on when we're doing the screenshots. Just use some small ones here. And then here we're going to snap a stair against that so that we can then later on climb on that. Next up, we're going to be building the support where we're going to stand on. You can use the wooden walls to build that. I'm going to use the iron grate because it's way thinner, which is going to be very handy. If I want to edit this later on, I will not have to mask out that much. Alright, now we're going to continue. We're going to take the full beam, 2 meters beam, and we're going to snap it on the same positions of the previous beams. Actually, I think I need to snap it here instead in the middle. You see the beam is underneath the floor. So we're going to snap this here, not here, here. Then one there. And then we're going to do the same here. One in the middle, you can see there, and there. And then on top of that, we're going to snap another half beam or a 1 meter beam on top of that. There we go. All right, now we're going to take the sign. First of all, we make sure that they are rotated inward so the text is towards us, and we're going to align the sign with the edge of the top side of the pole. So just at the moment it just hits that top side, we will place the sign right there. And then we do this on each of these poles sticking out. Alright, and then we have 2 more here, one on this edge of this beam and one on this edge of this beam. Alright, now we need the text to be put in there. I already have it, as you can see I have a green panel there. I'm gonna copy this and just copy and paste it. I will also drop in the description of the video if you want to copy it. I don't know if it's possible on Xbox to type this a little symbol there, so you have to try it out. So let's copy this, and I'm gonna paste this in the other signs now. No, that's not correct. Let me just see. Pastes, I'm missing a bracket there in the end. I'm just going to type that, okay, and there you can see now we have a complete sentence. So I'm going to do this here as well, complete the bracket, okay. Let me copy this again, copy all, copy, and there we go. So now we have a nice green panel, and we're going to do the rest with the top signs as well. So we're going to paste one here, and we're going to do this on each of them. Alright. Now that is all you need to do in green screen. We will have to prepare some other things, and that's, for example, lighting, because we want to make sure that we have a nice equal green, and if we're going to use the sunlight it might confuse a bit the green there. First of all, what we're going to do, we're going to close off the back with wood so that when there is any light source behind it, it doesn't really go through and we don't see the light through the green screen. So we're using the walls to kind of block all of the light sources behind that wood. And we're going to have to do this on everything. So we're going to have to do this behind here and actually I don't want it to have it like this. I want to have the beams of that panel stick out, so you never know. I don't want it to stick through the green screen if it would be happening. So I'm just going to continue doing that all the way around. I could just put a panel here and just continue if you want to. It doesn't really matter, but if you want to make it a little bit cleaner, then you can just use a half wall. Alright, now this is done, we're going to prepare some light. So I'm going to put 2 beams here, I'm going to put 2 meter beams here, and on that we're going to snap a cordwood, and that cordwood is going to become our light. So let me just put another one here, a meter, so the light goes a little bit more inward. We're going to snap a cordwood beam here and a cordwood beam here, and then we're going to put some torches on all of these. So we're going to put some torches inside. Like here, these are gonna light up my character a little bit closer, so I do have some light on me and we don't have to depend on the light of the sun. And we're gonna put some light on the cordwoods as well. But what we can do as well in here, we're gonna put some light as well on this side, just on the inside of this, which is gonna allow us to light up. You see that the flame is actually going through there. You see there? Flame is actually showing, so that is why we're using the wall to kind of hide the flames from showing. Now we're going to snap some of these standing torches on that cordwood as well. I'm going to snap one here and we're going to snap one there. And there we go, that's all you need to do. Now we just put our character on top of that support here. And then you can just either use the in-game camera to just take a quick screenshot without too much hassle, or you can activate the dev commands for more control of light and the camera. I did make a guide about how to enable and use dev commands on all platforms, which I will link in the description and at the end of this video. Once dev commands are activated, you can now change the time of day. And with the moon behind us, you can see the green screen is really nice and saturated. If we now go into free fly mode, you will have more freedom to move closer and create a real nice and sharp screenshot of your character. This is making it so much easier to cut out your character for thumbnails or even animated footage without having to cut out each frame by frame. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial on how to build a green screen in Valheim. I hope this has helped you to build the perfect setup for creating those amazing thumbnails and fun creative content. Now before you go, don't forget to click that thumbs up to show your support, and I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.